YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back in Total War Attila, where we're going to continue the Age of Charlemagne campaign, or, sorry, Operation Charlemagne will continue. Yes, Operation Charlemagne. I'll see if I can keep up the bad puns, but I know that some of you are still getting over the bouts of ear bleeding from the last episode, so this does have 19 to 20 in it. Someone was teasing me about not noticing that in the comments, sure enough. Whatever, it had 20. 19's the new 20, quit arguing. And also, apparently, Operation Charlemagne ended rather quickly because people were telling me that he was the governor of Salzburg that I destroyed, which I completely did not notice whatsoever. I'm actually going to repair the barracks so that we can recruit another unit, tear down the rest of that stuff. So yeah, I would say that Operation Charlemagne is going quite well. Yeah, he died here, apparently. He was a governor, and I didn't have the foggiest that he was even there. I'm going to actually build the hospice in this settlement so that we can have it support mines in the surrounding areas, because it looks like there's copper there. We got gold here. So, and then we can, once we build the hospice, we can just switch that over to the manor, and then we can also build the mint and the treasury. Or, you know what, they're next door probably, so we could build it, but we don't have to. Yeah, they're already next door, so we're good. So, yeah, we'll just leave it as is, since the effects bleed over into the next province. Let's see where we can continue the crap kicking. The crap kicking out of the Franks. I'm actually thinking we can't fortify here, but this would be a river crossing battle if we maintain our current position.
I'm afraid we cannot.
Okay, yeah, it should be a river crossing battle. I'm going to leave them there. I think they're in a good position. This army will need to force march towards those guys. And we have beaten back both these armies here, and they've taken pretty significant losses. They're still running from me.
Wipe them out.
Just take a protective stance and take care of these guys. May lose a unit. Yeah, we lost a unit of light cavalry. Not a big deal. I'm going to take on warriors.
We hunger for battle.
That should be the end of both those armies, I believe, but we'll see whether or not that one gets away. Nope, it's gonna die. Good.
At your command. At once.
So the Kingdom of Brittany declared war on me and is probably regretting that decision at this point. I can recruit light cavalry in this province, so we are good.
At your command.
And why are they fortified? I don't remember fortifying them, but hey, whatever. We'll take it. Should help keep me safe. Give me some nice extra integrity. This navy can finish retraining, and then we'll kind of sail on around here. Hence St. Malo. So yeah, I think we're all good on that front. Let's come back to this front, and I think it's time for us to push forward. Our faction leader is ready. Regensburg, or well, yeah, I can't pronounce all this stuff, but something like that. So we're gonna just keep the blitz going. Basically just put an enormous beat down all over the Kingdom of the Franks. Do need to repair that, trash that. Siege, ooh, large onager. Yes, I want the large onager, so well, we need to repair it. So let's keep our onager for this turn just in case we get attacked. I don't know if we need the food market, but I don't know if it's going to hurt to leave it there. I'll go ahead and repair the church too, I guess. Certainly don't need the blacksmith. Actually, let's ditch the church. We'll put it out here. Repair that. Put this army up here. So we've got the manor court there. Probably wouldn't hurt. We can get large onager here as well. And it's repaired, so let's go ahead and leave this army where it's at. I'm going to get rid of the fire bombers too. I don't think they're going to do me a ton of good. Let's disband all these units.
Commander.
And let's get 3 large onager, just because we can.
Line up, lads, for a good
They are pretty awesome, and they're a lot better than the Cairo Ballista because they can stay behind your own men. I say they're a lot better. I mean, they seem to be more useful for that reason. There's already a hospice here, and since there's already a hospice here, which is what I need to spread the extra sanitation, we can go ahead and hit the convert building there. Did Toledo ever get... Here it is, let's see. No, it doesn't have 7 extra population yet. Once it does, we can put that last mine in and really start hauling in more money. And speaking of money, we've got so much. We really need to just kind of roll through here and see what we want to upgrade. We can take that sanitation hit, and we certainly want to upgrade that. We got plenty of sanitation here as well. Same thing here. And let's see. We've actually got quite a bit of extra sanitation here. We can build up that gold workshop. Let's check Croatia. Don't have extra sanitation there. Lombardy. I think we're +4, +3 already. Oh yeah, let's build that up. Only +1 there. Rome, here we go. Treasury. Let's upgrade that. Wow, you can burn a lot of money on buildings in this expansion, but it's okay. Let's see. Growth, wealth from commerce. Sanitation's a little bit jacked in this province. But since we've already upgraded these all the way, we could go ahead and swap that over to the church town and then build the hospice here. It only requires you to have those buildings. Well, it only requires you to have it when you're just building that stuff. Toulouse. We need to tear these down and put in our standard build, but we're going to have to convert there. Okay. So many provinces. We've already got the hospice. Public order to adjacent provinces. Growth. We can go ahead and swap that back over so we can upgrade those buildings there. Okay, we're finally out of money for upgrades. Let's go ahead and end the turn. I don't think the Franks are going to be alive for too terribly long. And my income's about to soar. It's about to soar north of 30,000 per turn, which is not bad. Darn it, I wish I had large onager here. That would be absolutely brilliant. They have 4 total onager. Frankish spearmen. Interesting looking spear they're carrying there. So let's see, we got Frankish spears, mercenary Frankish spears. I don't know why the Franks need mercenary Frankish spears. That's a lot of Frankish cavalry. They have a crap load of Frankish cavalry. Now, since it's a river crossing, though, or at least it should be, we'll see whether or not it gave me that. Yes, and there's only 1 crossing. That's good and bad. It's good because it means the AI is going to have to funnel right to where I want them. It's bad because it means that their onager can sit there across the bridge, and their onager tend to get a lot of kills, which gets irritating, especially when my guys have to be bunched up like they do for a river crossing battle. So I'll tell you what we'll do is we will keep our onager kind of over towards this point in a position to fire back at enemy onager. Crossbows, I want them kind of on one of these flanks too. Yeah, that'll be good. Spears, swords, and axes. Oh, we have a Varangian guard in this army too. Okay, ahead and start the battle. Okay, they can't move through that.
We have a proud heritage. We have honored God and in His name we can fight. Enemy reinforcements approaching. We will stand and beat them.
We just wrecked that onager pretty bad. Let's go for that one. Get my spears in position just to hold everybody here. We can probably get close enough to hit those bows over there, so I'm going to do it.
The enemy draws near.
Okay, we've pretty much ruined this onager. It's down to 1 artillery piece, and this one's going to also get wrecked. It's down to 1 artillery piece. I'm going to save my ammo just because now they don't have the ability to kill very quickly. I'm going to target these bows right here, see if we can get rid of them. And I'm just going to let my spears kind of hold this position in the center while the enemy pours in. And yeah, my crossbows ought to do extremely well versus the mercenary Frankish archers. Here comes all their cavalry just kind of blobbing on in. Gonna let my I will go ahead and move up swords to reinforce. Okay, take out these guys. I might go ahead and try and wreck these last artillery pieces just so they can't fire at all. There we go. Okay, we've pushed their bows back, but now their bows are kind of running off. That onager crew got dislodged from their last artillery piece. I'm going to bring my bows over here and wreck their guys who are all blobbed up. Or my crossbows, since their bows are trying to run away from me. Hopefully we can hit this last... Oh, come on, hit it! Yeah, the Franks are not going to be in good shape at all. My shield wall's glitching out though, where the AI is trying to pull away from me. I'm gonna target that blob right there. My crossbow should get no small amount of kills from this. Stupid spear walls are so freaking glitchy. Dang joke. They really need to fix that stupid spear wall glitch. It is so annoying. Your guys just automatically reform. This is going to turn into an absolute slaughter because the AI is not very good here. I did get rid of at least 2 of their onagers. I won't take any damage from them, which means that I don't think their last 2 onager are going to be able to do enough to really hurt me. Frankish cavalry. There we go. Pouring some flaming bolts into the some of the cavalry over here. Go ahead and get it routed. The Franks do have a huge amount of cavalry. These some of my crossbows are taking a little bit of fire, but it's not going to be effective fire. They're too well armored, and they actually have a block chance. Look at this too, where my guys got attacked and just reforming idiocracy there. Keep targeting. I'm wondering if there's Frankish cavalry. I'm looking to see if there's a general that has gotten up in here. One general back here, paladin guardsman. I haven't seen another paladin guardsman yet. Oh yeah, look at those flaming crossbow bolts. Yeah, this river crossing battle is just going to be an absolute slaughter. If I had a heavy onager, it would be even worse. Look at this. These guys glitched out again. because this cavalry keeps charging them and pulling away. Oh my goodness. And then the frame rates. Frame rates are absolutely awful. Zoomed in right now. For some reason the historical reskin doesn't work anymore. Like, it was working for a few episodes and now it's not working. I can't figure out why. So, unfortunately, my units are back to whatever the standard skins are. The reskin did look really nice. I'm really not sure why it doesn't work anymore. Look at all these units. Swords completely facing the wrong direction. Spears hopefully facing the right direction, but there's really no way to know. Okay. Just gonna keep pouring flaming crossbow shots into here. I'm up to a huge number of kills in my crossbows. I want you all to see this up close, but I mean, the frame lag is enormous. Yeah. Blobfest 3000. Oh, jeez. The blobbing wasn't quite as bad on Warhammer, it didn't seem like, whenever I played it in San Francisco. I hope that continues to be the case, because this is a little bit blobtacular. That has always been a problem for Rome 2 and Attila was even worse, to be honest, because they got rid of formation attack, which tried to help the blobbing. It didn't serve any useful purpose, but it tried to help the blobbing. And that was about the only thing that ever make it look better, but of course nobody used it because it was not beneficial. Alright. Look at this! The shield wall glitched out again. Just get out of shield wall. This is freaking ridiculous. Okay, the Paladin Guardsman's in here, so I'm going to target him with the crossbows. Oh my gosh, the frame lag, like, look, it barely moves. So see, look, this is just me moving the camera out here. Watch what happens. I didn't push a different button. Just see how it lags over that blob like that? Good grief. The optimization in this game is just atrocious. And then just the fact that it was just absolutely not addressed at all, and just continually telling us that, oh no, it's no big deal, this was never made to work with graphics cards from this generation. That doesn't even make sense. It's one thing if you can't run it flat out, it's another thing if it just gets massive frame lag. I don't even have it on the highest settings either. Alright, I'm just gonna let my crossbows keep pouring shots into here. They should each get well over 200 kills at this point. Oh yeah, well over 300 kills at this point. But I mean, the enemy's still going to have some units left after all that too, and they've got quite a bit of skirmishers coming in. There's more cavalry pouring in. I'm actually going to save my shots and kill Frankish cavalry. I think my infantry should be able to handle... Actually thinking I'm going to pull my spears back out of that fight. I'm going to let my swords finish this fight because they'll do better. I want to pull my spears free to where they're safe. And I'm going to save my crossbows and just use flaming shot to quickly wreck the cavalry, so that'll help my swords, who don't do as well versus cavalry. I mean, I think they'll do fine. But I mean, just one or two volleys of flaming crossbow bolts tends to wreck cavalry something fierce. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah. I don't know if we can get 400 kills on our crossbows or not, but we'll be pretty close. I'm going to put another flaming volley in there. Yeah, if we can just kill the cavalry real easy with the crossbows, my swords will easily mop up all these spearmen. Especially the ones that are in shield wall. I think I have one unit that's not in shield wall, and it'll still do just fine versus spearmen. Not a problem at all. There we go. Got another flaming volley coming up, so all these Frankish cavalry should drop. Let's actually save our ammunition, wait for these other cavalry to get blobbed in there too so we can finish them all off at once. There's 133 kills there. Let's just get into the flank of this blob. Come out of shield wall at this point. Look at their archers keep shooting these crossbows, but they're not really even doing that much damage. Okay, all this cavalry is about to be blobbed in. That's good. Is that a paladin guardsman? It is. Target it. Now he's going to be a paladin burnsman. Alright, so that should be the general pretty much dead. Target more Frankish cavalry. I've only got a few volleys left on some of these crossbows, but we've killed the vast majority of the huge cavalry spam that the Franks had here. These Imperial Scatatoi spears doing a good job of just soaking up missile fire from all these archers, not taking a lot of losses while doing so. Let's look at that, 359, 316. I expected more kills out of these guys, but not bad. It's going to be overall about 900, maybe 1,000 kills for my crossbows by the time they run out of ammunition. Alright, we're starting to break a lot of units. The shielded crossbows are actually pretty decent in melee too. They don't have very good attack, but they have very solid melee damage. Decent defense, strong armor. So I mean, they're really not bad in a fight in melee. Okay, I'm going to put my last volley on this unit of Frankish cavalry coming in. The 2 unit of Onager are starting to come in now too. We should be able to break this big blob and then just send my cavalry to get all the skirmishers. Yeah, I'm trying to use my last couple volleys of crossbow fire here. I'm just going to get all my guys out of shield wall and just attack. We might need an axe unit to roll down here. Where's my Varangian guard? Yeah, this blob's about to shatter. 425 on a couple of the crossbows. Certainly respectable. Let's pull the Varangian guard down into this blob. They're getting hit by archer fire, but I actually think that they're somewhat resistant to archers. Not like what we would expect, but I think they will be. Yeah, they're gonna all kinds of wreck these spearmen. Yeah, they still haven't taken a loss to all that archer fire. And they've already racked up 20 some odd kills. Routed that unit. We're just gonna keep pushing. Now they might take a few losses getting shot in the flank, but we can get my cavalry. Let's move it up. Just want my Varangian guard to get some blood on its axe here. I'm gonna start chasing all these guys across here. Varangian cards over 100 kills already. I'm gonna mention that my guys will break this blob by the time my cavalry gets here, and they did. Yeah, I'm just gonna plow on into here with my cavalry and get after these bows. Somehow, though, the skirmishers bunching up on my guys. Alright, sweet. Now my cavalry can get through. Everybody attack them. Varangian guard can attack them. Alright, perfect. So we've broken through the blob,
Refuses to admit
and the enemy is going to basically surrender. Actually, think I'm going to chase down some of these units.
charge for glory.
Just because there's a lot of extra kills to be had here for my cavalry, it'll help put a little bit of chevronage on them.
God give us strength.
Of course, infantry runs almost faster than your cavalry can move, so running them down can sometimes be a pain in the butt.
We await your command.
7. These guys doing only 40 kills there. Let's go chase down that mounted archer. Frankish spears, Frankish spears, onager crews. Okay, I think we've destroyed a good chunk of the Frankish blob there. So it's going to end up being a huge victory for us. Frank's going to take a savage beating there. 443 kills, or 43 kills on that crossbow. I'd say that was effective. I'm going to kill the captives. I want to keep the chevrons that I earned there. I'd say that ended well for us. Yeah, the being at the river crossing ended up being a great position because the AI doesn't seem to do well in judging its chances at a river crossing battle. They tend to do rather poorly. Of course, it doesn't matter AI or not, that would have been a somewhat challenging battle to do well at.
Commander.
Alright, killed a bunch of Frankish leaders. Let's see if we just tear this down. And let's repair these buildings. There we go. Alright. And this army, I'm going to go out of forced march. We're going to come up here and catch these guys who tried to get back in behind my lines, and now they'll be caught. So I've got 4 armies just basically ready to keep pushing. This fleet will be retrained within a couple turns, I think. Yeah, 2 turns. The fleet will be fully replenished, and I'm going to sail around there, like I said, over to St. Malo, and then any other port city, basically, that I can find will be my preference.
Ready for orders.
These armies are ready to move as well. Did we get large? We can't recruit large onager in this province.
We hunger for battle.
Did these guys? Yes, they can recruit large onager. Let's disband those units and let's recruit large onager. And let's take these crossbows. Upgrade. This army can go ahead and push forward since there's no onagers to be recruited here.
Besieging the settlement.
We'll see if the Franks come out and attack me there or not. Okay, this army now has 3 large onager behind it. It's going to be in great shape.
Commander.
Let's see. Guess we'll just go out this way.
Settlement.
Just keep conquering Frankish settlements. Hoping if we can get 4 or 5 a turn that it won't be too long. Not trying to rush the campaign per se, but I mean it's pretty obvious how this one's going to end at this point. The Franks, look at that, they're going to just walk around me and go back here. Like I'm not going to turn around and come catch you. I mean, that is seriously stupid. They have a nice big city to try and defend in, and they decide to come around me and go to a very indefensible position. And I'm just going to turn around and crap on them. War weariness. Oh no, war weariness. Whatever shall we do? Okay, it was not the Boniface that is my faction leader. That's good. What are we? Well, the Franks, they're so powerful.
Let them cower like kennelled dogs.
Let's see how powerful they are. Let's just see how powerful they are. As Yoda would say, if so powerful you are, why run? Pretty sure that my two large onager here are going to get hundreds of kills. Let's see, that's their arrow tower range. I got my swords and axes. Draw up a main line. I'm going to keep these fire bombers on the flank, and I'll protect them with spears. Put them behind this cavalry as well. Alright, let's put a spearman on each flank. This cavalry here. Okay. Let's wait and see where the AI is deployed. Yeah, my large onager have huge range, so I'm gonna use that. Their stupid guys went into hiding going through that little wood there. Hit those guys.
They are trying to take out our general. Defend him.
Oh, really? They have an onager firing at me. Yep. Go ahead and hit it. I was wondering, it's like, how are they shooting at my general? Okay, I got explosive rounds hitting the mercenary something cavalry. Not seen that name before, so I don't quite know how to pronounce that one. Don't really feel like slowing down and figuring it out.
The enemy has laid an ambush.
I hate how accurate their stupid onager are. 60 kills already. I mean, my onager are pretty accurate. I don't know if they're that accurate, though. I'm gonna let my crossbows continue to fire, try and hit some of this cavalry.
The enemy has discovered our hidden troops. By your command. Let's lead. Double time.
The question I would have is, how is their onager still alive? I mean, I thought I ordered mine to shoot it. My onager dropped their artillery pieces because their guys are blobbing.
Yes, commander. Advance at speed. Swift melee cavalry. Dodge. More glory.
Okay, they got a bunch more of their cavalry around. I'm gonna take my general through this gap. Actually, never mind. My Ballistari can take out those archers pretty quickly. I'm not even gonna need my fire bombers. Their cavalry is gonna run away from me, so I'm just gonna come back over here. My onager can't get moved away from this blob because they keep getting dislodged from their equipment.
As you command.
Look at this stupid spear walls or shield walls. Look at this.
At speed. By your command. The fire rises. The enemy city smolders.
Alright, just pull the heavy onager crew back since we can't seem to get reattached. Their onager, I've been firing on it the whole time. It's still got 91 kills. So I'm a little bit irritated about that. I thought I gave the attack order over here. Attack them. Let my crossbows mop up these archers here. Go ahead and shoot these spears that are sitting right in front of us so they can get out of the way. Y'all gonna go ahead and shoot? Let's just switch over to standard shot. Come on, fire! Let's go! Sometimes the crossbows acts like they just don't want to shoot. $120. Look, it's gotten 30 more kills since the last time I looked at that onager. Where is it at? Is it right there? Can it fire while hidden? Oh no, there's another one over here too. So that one's not necessarily getting a lot of kills. Okay, that crew came away from their artillery piece. Maybe they ran out of ammo or something. Spearmen got a hold of my cavalry here. Switch to flaming. Target the incoming general. Not worried about the spearmen. My crossbows will actually kill the spearmen in melee. Well, if they want to go into melee with my shielded crossbows, I'll give them the opportunity. They won't survive it. Yeah, you can see their spears retreating. And the cavalry's going to rout there too. Thought it was kind of funny. They feel very compelled to get into melee combat with my missile units that are actually pretty decent at melee. So, à la blage. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and occupy there. War weariness decreases. Really, you think? Because I've lost so many battles, my people are losing hope. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I'll be back soon with more this campaign. I'm guessing maybe only 2-3 more episodes, and we'll probably have this thing all wrapped up with a bow. If you take a look at the objectives... Yeah, we still have quite a few settlements. It's going to be 24 more settlements that we'd have to own to reach the domination victory. But, I mean, we're not terribly far from that. But, I mean, it's going to pretty much mean just destroy the Franks. Hope y'all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage signing out.